Chat, patch me in! Oh, okay, cool. Hey, good morning! Happy day before Mando? It's gonna be dope. Gonna get into all of that and more, of course. I'm actually really looking forward to talking about some Boba Fett. Boba Fett stuff. New reports, ladies and gentlemen, new reports that Disney has some big plans for Mr. Fett. I'm coming in. See you in a second. Woo! I'll tell you what. This is kind of what it's about. You know? We've been waiting a long time for this, Nerdvengers. We've been waiting a while. Very excited. Mando. Hours away. We've got a lot to geek out about. Maybe in the studio. I'll be right there. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is having a darn fine morning. We're going to get into a lot of Boba Fett stuff today. I'm pretty freaking excited to talk about it. Before we get into all of that, let's say what's up. Let's say good morning. Who was in the building first? Tim Turner, first in the building. Will Bonin is here. Brian O'Connor is here. JT is here. Equals MCU. Kendall's in the building. Brian O'Connor. Peter Ferret. Mike Mother Flippin' Porter. Dan the Man. Flatbrush Zombie. Anthony is here. Josh I is here. Mr. Deeds. Jordan's in the building. Ahsoka's here. What's up, Ahsoka? Yinzer, Jim, Aaron. Renee, Darth Clean, RF Gaming, Cole, Bill M, Chris, UBD. Ryan H is in the building. Whiskey Steve is here. Max Ross, Adam G, the infamous Iron Man, and Lavish Black Man. Bunch of beautiful people in the building today. How you guys doing, man? All right. So, this probably, we all know how this is going to go. But fuck it. Let's do it anyway. On a scale from 1 to 10, ladies and gentlemen, you tell me in chat. What's the hype level for Mandalorian Season 2? Where are you at with the hype for Mandalorian Season 2. On a scale from 1 to 10. Damn! That's a lot of numbers that are higher than 10, as I thought it would be. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's over 9,000, I think, right? Indeed. Indeed. I'm pretty excited. So, before we get into all of that stuff, we're going to do show notes, which means... Good job, Chet. You fucked up a little in the beginning, though. No mic in the Iron Nerd helmet. Come on, man. I like to be tapped into the show while I'm flying to the tower. Yeah, just don't let it happen again. Okay, show notes! Show notes! Several things going on. Several things. We're about to Halloween the fuck out of this thing, okay? Tonight, after dark, there's still time. Submit the photos of you in your Halloween costume. They're going to be going over people's photos, different Halloween costume things tonight on After Dark. Also, tonight for After Dark is going to be heavily Star Wars theme. If you guys know anything about executive producer Al Schuler, you know that Al is a massive Star Wars fan. A massive Star Wars fan. And I think Lavis thinks Star Wars is all right. So they're going to talk about Mandalorian Season 2 quite a bit tonight. I'm very much looking forward to seeing and hearing about their takes. Friday, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing a community stream. What's a community stream, you ask? It's a stream where you guys get to come. It's like a big Zoom call. You guys get to come on to the stream and tell me how much you hate all my takes and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You get to come on, but there's a catch. You must be in Halloween costume for tomorrow night at 7 p.m. You want to come on the community stream? It's all good, baby. But you must be in costume. If I see you and you're not in costume, you're not coming onto the stream. Okay? So that's what's going on with that. Also, tonight, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, I decided this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a watch party so we can all watch the episode together at the same time. But we're going to keep that for just the members, okay? And that's really not, it's not one of those things where we're like, oh, let's put this behind a paywall. It's not a Mr. Scrooge move, okay? So shut up. Now start talking again. Now shut up. Okay, you can shut up. Okay, now you can keep going. But point being, I just wanted to do something a little special for the members. That's all. Okay, so tonight, if you're one of the crazies out there that's going to be like me, up at 3 a.m. tonight, and you're going to watch the show, join the watch party, okay? We'll watch the show together. We'll break down some stuff together. We'll talk about the episode after it's over, and then I'm going to be making content for the next couple of hours. I think I'm linking up with Theory at some point in the morning. We're going to do a video together. It's just a lot of content, okay? It's just a lot of... This is a Super Bowl for us, you know what I mean? So it's time to get it popping. So let me think. Did I miss anything? Tonight, 3 a.m. watch party. After dark tonight. Oh, yes. We are also doing a watch party Sunday for The Mandalorian as well. What? We're doing it again? Yes, we're doing it again. Sunday evening. That'll be for members only as well. So just keep an eye out on the community tab. Okay, enough of all this shit. I want to talk about Boba Fett. Okay? Now, let me know. Y'all let me know in chat. How do you feel about Boba Fett coming back? Just give me some thoughts. Give me some thoughts as I pull some stuff up. How do y'all feel about Boba Fett coming back? I would really like to know. Because I know Star Wars Santa is incredibly excited. I would never want to misrepresent, you know, his opinions on these sort of things, but I believe he said Boba is one of the best Star Wars characters ever. You know, not really, you know, again, I don't want to misrepresent his thing. Come on, bro. What's up, Geekdom? How are you, brother? Good to see you. Let's see here. Either way, really bad. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Boba Fett is stuck in a pit. Shit. Not sure. Love the idea that he escaped the Sarlacc. Oh, hell yeah, man. We got to get you back on for sure, man. That was a good-ass chat. That was a good-ass chat. We need more growth for him, though. He was kind of punked. Okay, I agree. I agree with that. What up, Russell? How you doing, brother? We better see him come out of the Sarlacc. Do you think he's going to lose his leg? I'd be into that. I'd be into that. Okay. Let's start with the new cheese. Okay? Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. I was supposed to be doing this while y'all were, it's all good. We'll figure it out. So, the newest bit, ladies and gentlemen, and don't worry, I'm not going to make you look at a Hollywood actor's Instagram for 25 minutes again. I learned my lesson, okay? I got the emails. All right, where are we at here? Where are we at here? What's this bullshit? Season 2 episode length. Okay, so the 52-minute... By the way, the 52-minute length thing seems to be confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Seems to be confirmed. Yo, where's the Boba shit, though? Come on, Reddit. You're usually better than this. All right, let me search for it outside of that. Boba Fett copyright. Come on, where's this at? Somebody help me out here. There's recently been a filing for something to do with Boba Fett with the copyright, and it indicates something really, really cool. If anybody has a link to that, shoot it to me. But I'm gonna try to find it here on Discord. Am I gonna have to find this shit on Twitter? I'm not totally unprepared for my stream. You're totally unprepared for my stream. Shut up. Shut up. All right, here we go. Check this shit out. This is a filing for the word mark Boba Fett. Fiction books in the field of science fiction, fantasy series, fiction books, blank journals, binders, cupboards, posters, notebooks, trading cards, first use in commercial. Standard character mark. Lucasfilm Limited LLC. The attorney of record, Charles Steinberg. He's a Steinberg, huh? Interesting. It's trademark, principal, live. Filing date, October 23rd, 2020. Okay, why is this important? The last time a little something like this happened, y'all remember that? Well, of course you don't, because you're not as sweaty as I am. Okay, look. The last time something like this happened was when Boba was reappearing in the Clone Wars as a young man. And because they did some merch, binders, clipboards, posters, notebooks, trading cards kind of thing, because they put that younger Boba Fett into the Clone Wars, they filed a similar thing back then. So what this indicates to me is that Lucasfilm has big plans for Mr. Fett. Big plans. Now, right now, currently, what the rumor is, and let's get back into the chat setting, because there's a couple other articles that I want to pull up. I want to look into where we're currently at with Boba Fett. Boba Fett in Mandalorian Season 2. I think I want to go with the Illuminati. Okay, this is from September. We'll get into this. So, what do you guys think about the filing? It's just, look, this is one of those things, man. Like you guys, this is why you guys watch the morning streams here at the Den of Nerds. Because we do cool things like look at Hugh Jackman's Instagram for 20 minutes, or look at copyright filings from a corporation. I mean, isn't that the juice? Isn't that what gets you up in the morning? Isn't that what gets you going? I'm being facetious, of course. Come back into the theater. And I don't want to hear any lip. No, so UBD's like, didn't they already own this? Dude, yes, but everything is within licensing. Everything is a bajillion. It's red tape and bureaucracy, okay? Oh, man, let me see if I can make this larger. Hang on, what's this one look like? It's a little bit better. Not really, though. Let me make this much larger. Because what I want to do is I want to go through the articles from the past, a blast from the past, if you will, that are talking about Boba. Okay? Here we go. In the theater, out of the theater, make up your damn mind. It's like a Catholic service, Renee. Sit, stand, sit, okay? This is from September 15th. And they've probably got older ones, to be honest with you, too. But we're just going to go with this. The highly anticipated second season of the critically acclaimed Disney Plus Star Wars series, The Mandalorian, will be premiering October 30. And Entertainment Weekly talked to Jon Favreau and executive producer Dave Filoni and the cast members on what we'll be seeing. The first season of The Mandalorian was a breakout hit in the first live-action Star Wars series. It has led to a number of other Star Wars live-action series being put into development, including an upcoming Obi-Wan series, Cassian Andor, the series helped Disney launch Disney Plus, blah, 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 blah. George started with these very iconic characters whose relationships are very clear, and then introduced what's at stake. For us, the fate of the child, Filoni says. An audience tends to enjoy a story by sticking to tropes and characters they understand, like a gunslinger in the Old West. So it was clear, this fucking fly. So it was clear the story and the fun adventure, even if you've never seen anything in the Star Wars universe. Okay, totally fair. Here's some of the things, and we've talked about this before, but let's go over some of the things that John and Dave said in the Entertainment Weekly interview about the season, right? This was when we were talking about the Pedro Pascal drama. We were talking about the validity of that, and some of these things that were said in the Entertainment Weekly article seem to corroborate it. The new season is about introducing a larger story in the world, Favreau explains. You can stop right there. What do you think that means? Okay, but let's keep going. The new season is the new season is about introducing a larger story in the world. The stories become less isolated. Yet each episode has its own flavor, and hopefully we're bringing a lot more scope to the show. Everything gets bigger, the stakes get higher, but also the personal story between the child and the Mandalorian develops in a way I think people will enjoy. As we introduce other characters, there are opportunities to follow different storylines, Favreau says. The world was really captivated by Game of Thrones and how that evolved as the characters followed different storylines. That's very appealing to me as an audience member. So, characters expected to make an appearance in Season 2 of The Mandalorian include Ahsoka, who will reportedly be played by Rosario Dawson. Tamara Morrison is reported to play the fan-favorite bounty hunter Boba Fett, and there is speculation that he could be portraying Captain Rex from the animated series as well. Katie Sackhoff will be bringing Bo-Katan to the world of live action and voicing the character in both Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Star Wars Rebels. Timothy Olyphant will be making an appearance in The Mandalorian Season 2, reportedly playing Cobb Vanth, a character from the Aftermath books. Okay? Yeah. So this was sort of going over that, when I want to go back. I want to go back even further than that, to be honest with you. But yes, that is a thing that they have been talking about, that Entertainment Weekly sort of explaining that Yeah, we're going in different directions. We're opening the story up. You know what I mean? That's kind of what we've been on with this. Man, where is this in? May. I guess it's not an exclusive, but let's check this out. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Tamara Morrison. Wait a minute. This was in the trades? Am I losing my fucking mind here? Oh my God. It's in the trades? Okay. So I didn't even remember this. I had assumed that what is going on with this? Like, why am I watching this bullshit right now? I don't want to watch this. I don't know what this is, but I hate it. Love and Monsters? I hate it. What do you get? Oh, okay. I had forgotten that this was broke in the trades. I knew the Timothy Olyphant thing was broke in the trades, but did you guys remember that this is broke in the trades? Holy shit. Wow. Sources say Morrison will play Boba Fett, the famed bounty hunter who first appeared on the big screen in the 1980s Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, seemingly dying, blah, 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 blah. Interesting. Okay, let's do one more thing, and then I want to just kind of speculate, okay? So I'm sorry, I'm a little ADD right now. Boba Fett show, Disney Plus. Let's see what we got here. Maybe I have to fandom wire? Is this it? Exclusive. There's their exclusive. Dextero. I really thought there was a more reliable trade that had went over the Boba Fett show. Maybe not. Okay, regardless. Oh, wow, and that looked awful. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, I think the juice with Boba is going to get pretty wild. And the speculation, of course, is like, how the hell is he going to fit into this story? Do you know what I mean? It was Kessel Run? Was it Kessel that did the Boba Fett show? I'm going to look that up real quick while we're talking. Let's see here. Kessel Run, Boba Fett show. Okay, yeah, so Kessel Run had the scoop. Okay. Boba Fett spinoffs are in development. Okay. I knew I had heard it from someone reliable. Okay, regardless. Let's just geek out a little bit, okay? Let's just geek out. So them filing that copyright thing just indicates that, like, they're not just bringing Boba back. They're bringing Boba back, and they're trying to leverage bringing Boba back to sell some shit, to really just get people hyped and excited about it, okay? And one of the things we've seen, the proof is in the pudding, right? One of the things we've seen out of Lucasfilm in 2020 has been in a sort of returning to classic characters and classic things that really resonate with Star Wars fans. You know what I mean? Like we've gotten Revan lightsabers. You know what I mean? Like we're getting just more old school stuff brought into the fold for merchandising and for a lot of different things like that. It seems to be working. It seems to be a good direction to go in, right? And so I think if they're going to bring Boba back, and then they're also going to give him his own show, like a total Boba Fett show that is not only just a Boba Fett show, but we think will tie into the Filoni-verse, okay? It's one of these things that I've been talking about for a long time. The Filoni-verse, a suite of shows that very much like the MCU are all going to tie together over there on Disney Plus. And so the question is, like, how is Boba, what are they going to do with the Boba Fett character that would make him make sense in the Mandalorian show, but then also like have a place for him within the story in a much bigger, wider story, right? If we go back to that article we were just reading, don't worry, we're not going to. Don't leave. But if you go back to that article we were just reading, Favreau was very adamant about talking about how the show's opening up, about how you're going to have episodes that go in different places, and how, he's trying to everything's going to be great. He's talking about the Filoniverse. He's also talking about Mando season 2, right? Because it is going to open up and spin out these different characters and shows. Bo-Katan and Gina Carano. You know what I mean? Boba Fett. Live action Ahsoka. Ezra and Thrawn. These are the shows, right? So I'm just confused. Okay, number one, super excited. Super excited. Let's just start there. Number two, pretty confused. Pretty confused as to what they will do with Boba. Now, I think right now the main theory is that it's going to have something to do with the Mandalorians, maybe something to do with Jedi and Force users, but likely something to do with the Mandalorians. You know what I mean? As it stands right now, Boba is not technically a Mandalorian. That's been retconned by George. Right? So, I think we need an explanation of that. And I think we need an explanation of how he survived. I think we need an explanation for why, after surviving the Sarlacc, does he just let Cobb Vanth rock his gear? Like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? I don't understand that. Jonathan Velasquez with the super chat. Only reason they did season 7 of Clone Wars was Mando. A little bit. I mean, Clone Wars is very popular. I think the people that are outside of the Clone Wars fandom don't really get how popular that show is. It's insanely popular. All you got to do is the next time you're at a Star Wars celebration, so in a couple years from now, for fuck's sake. But the next time you're at one of those things, go check out a Clone Wars panel, and you will see it. You will understand it. You will basically be like, damn, there's people that like this more than even the live action stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he would be still be a bounty hunter taking bounties just like Mando, except he would be older, but it's pretty much just the Mandalorian. Yeah, but here's my thing with that, CGM. Why does he then allow Cobb Vanth to wear his armor? Why? I don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't get that. So I'm going to need that explained. Legends Boba has to be made canon. I think it would be great. Well, Exotic Rage, here's what I'll say. I think, because this is sort of a macro idea, but one of the things we've been talking about here on the channel when it comes to the Filoniverse is there are some rumors and reports that we're going to do a version of the Vong Wars from the expanded universe, okay? And a lot of people will tell you that Boba Fett did some of his most badassery during the Vong War in the EU. And if we're getting a version of the Vong War happening in Filoniverse, then it would make a lot of sense for Boba to show up and be kicking a bunch of ass. You know what I mean? I don't think Boba is getting his own show. I think he will become a regular on the Mandalorian show. Well, so here's another report that I heard. This is another report that I heard. I heard that Boba will have a small role in season 2, and he'll have an even bigger role in season 3. And then that is really where he'll spin out for his own show. So CGM show, you might be kind of right, because that's what I heard. I heard Boba will play a role here. He'll play a big role next season, like a big role. And then spinning out of that, he will have the Boba Fett show, the singular series. Yeah, it's pretty wild, huh? Cobb Vanth found Boba's armor on a sandcrawler, according to Wikipedia. So I don't think Boba gave up his armor per se. No, he didn't give it up, but he should be aware of it, especially if what CGM Show was saying is true. Meaning, if he's connected to the guild and he's connected to bounty hunters in the galaxy, he would know that Vanth has his armor, because one of the things that happens in the series is that bounty hunters come for the chess piece. They want Boba's chess piece, and Vanth fights them off. So Boba would know about that. You know what I mean? Josh I, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Josh, I just submitted my Halloween costume. Can you guess what it is? Hint, this is the way. P.S. Take my money. Thank you, Josh I. Appreciate the love, my friend. And yeah, I can totally guess what it is, and I'm sure it's going to be badass. I'm excited about my costume, too. I have a cool little hybrid costume that I'm working on here. Which would be really cool. Couldn't Boba get new armor? LOL, it's been 5 years. He absolutely could get new armor. 100%. Another thing that I'm interested to know about, to see about. You know what I mean? But, there's another angle on this that we've sort of underreported. We haven't talked about it a lot, but it could be really, really cool. He needs new armor. Yeah, it would really depend on the state of the armor, I guess, huh? I'm sure, if you think about it, I'll go off on this tangent for just a second, and then I'll talk about the clone thing. If you think about it, Mando, he's probably been, adding little pieces to his armor, doing maintenance here and there. So we can assume that either Vanth's not going to take, if the armor got all messed up from the Sarlacc, he's not just going to slap it on for nostalgia. It's functional, right? So he's likely upgraded it, fixed it, whatever. And so it's probably in decent shape. If somebody's wearing it as armor, it's probably in decent shape. But, he could obviously upgrade it or whatever. And you know what? Now I'm kind of getting excited to see what an upgraded Boba Fett armor could look like. Woo! That seems pretty cool. But anyways, here's the angle that I think not a lot of people are talking about that I think is kind of interesting. What about this Kamino thing, right? Because Dr. Pershing in the first season is connected to Kamino. We see the badge. We know that he's connected to Kamino, but it's a thread that's not really picked up on after that. Well, Boba, interestingly, is an unaltered clone. Meaning he wasn't designed to mature at a quick rate. He's an unaltered clone. Is that, and the link there, and his potential knowledge of further plans that Palpatine and or the Empire had for Kamino and for clones, is that a possible connection and a thread that will be picked up on in Season 2 with Boba Fett? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? Because I think, and I see the super chat, I'll get to it in just a second. Today's your birthday and Mando goodness. Happy birthday, Commando Rex. Happy birthday. Kamino is such an interesting thing, too, because Kamino was not in the Republic records. So even if the Republic took over the Imperial records after Endor, they still might not know about Kamino. And of course, whatever Palpatine was doing with the Sith acolytes, with his contingency plan, with his Project Resurrection, with all of that stuff, right? Whatever he was doing, it involved cloning. It involved genetic manipulation. Snoke is created, right? He's like a puppet being. The Rey's father is a failed Palpatine clone, right? So whatever Palps was doing with the contingency involved cloning, therefore could involve Kamino, right? And so wouldn't that be interesting? You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be interesting? If we get some of that thread picked up on. I see everybody's like getting triggered by the sequels. Look, I get it, but we're not talking about the sequels. Try to remember. We're talking about Mando. But the sequels did happen. You know what I mean? We're just going to have to get over that. But yeah, I'm so fucking excited, dude. Tonight, it happens tonight. We do it tonight. It's going to be pretty exciting. Let's do Q&A. Let's just do Q&A for the rest of the show. What do y'all want to talk about? CGM Show says, do you think The Mandalorian would have benefited from being after the sequel trilogy where they can just do whatever they wanted to have more Jedi? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because I think in some ways what they do with the Filoniverse will replace the sequel trilogy for a lot of Star Wars fans as far as like what was canonically going on at that time. And what I mean is, of course, the sequel trilogy is a big deal, and the First Order coming back and Palpatine's plan being enacted, of course, that's a big deal. But I think you might literally see this potential other story with, like, either the Grisk or maybe the Rakatan or something like that, where I will get to the Super Chats in just a second. I will. But that... those creatures may be invading the unknown regions with the strength and the power and the ability to destroy the known galaxy. So this is something that happened with the Vong War, which is kind of interesting. The Empire, for all of its flaws, was an incredibly efficient military machine. And the Vong chose to attack the known galaxy after the Empire fell because the galaxy itself was less secure. Power vacuum kind of a thing, right? It would be interesting to see something like that done in The Mandalorian. I'd be kind of into it. Anyway, let me read these super chats real quick. What's going on with these super chats here real quick? Okay, Travis Adams said, do you think there is any major character that we haven't talked about, like Luke, that might show up? So, Travis, for sure, it's possible. And, you know, it would probably be in a... Okay, look, this is the same team that was able to keep Baby Yoda a secret. And I know a lot of people, like, bring that up all the time, and they try to, like, use that as an example of, like, well, none of this new shit's probably real because we didn't know about Baby Yoda. Not exactly the case. Like, we knew certain parts of that. We just didn't know for sure that it was, like, a Baby Yoda. It's pretty wild. And so any studio and team that can keep that kind of a thing a big secret, I do think it's very possible that there are some cameos or some things going on that we don't know about. I mean, one could be Obi-Wan. You know what I mean? Like, there could be a lot of different things. Like, look, at this point, it is very non-traditional within Star Wars to do a flashback. However, the Obi-Wan show, they're doing flashbacks. Like, period. Because they realized, they were like, well, we want to show Anakin in the Clone Wars armor and have, like, a scene like that with Obi-Wan from back in the day. Well, it's got to be a flashback then. Period. Right? So they're going to open that up and give us... They're going to give us a lot of dope shit, basically. Like, there's no more of this, like, are you really telling me there's only 2 lightsabers in the galaxy sort of thing? Like, I feel like we're finally in a place now where there's people in charge, or at least that have a seat at the table now, that are like, why wouldn't we just do, like, what the fans want? You know what I mean? Which is a pretty terrific thing. So, yeah, could Luke be in there? Sure. But again, I don't know if they want to do that. Because I think they might want to keep what was happening in the sequel trilogy very separate from what is happening in the Filoniverse. You know what I mean? Steve says, maybe Fett went to Camino to recover. Ooh, I like that. Now they have sent him after the child, leading to one-on-one standoff with Mando. That is such a cool idea, Steve. So, like, essentially what you're saying is Boba would be still working for the Empire. This now via Moff Gideon. And maybe he's found and he's healing on Camino. and then Gideon sends him after Boba. Interesting. It wouldn't exactly explain why we think Din Djarin has Boba's armor on Tatooine and he's driving away with it. Maybe he just whooped Cobb Vanth and he's taking the armor or whatever. But there's still something there that we're missing. But I really like where your head is at. That seems really cool. RG, do you think Mando will set up any story threads that come after the sequel trilogy or stop short before the sequel trilogy begins? It's hard to say. But I believe they're going to deal with this time period for now. And again, I think they're focused on telling a crazy story that just happens to take place maybe before the sequel trilogy. So it's like this crazy thing, like like the way you would tell the histories like later on would be like, yes, and, during this time before Rey Skywalker was discovered on Jakku, little did the galaxy know that old heroes like Ahsoka, Tano, and Boba Fett were in the unknown regions defending the known galaxy from threats that were real badass. Something like that. Fatal J, what's up, brother? To my bro, I need to borrow that Chewbacca behind you. I promise I will bring him back. Hey, Jay, it's good to see you here, bro. It's good to see you, but I'm rather attached to my Chewie, man. But I appreciate you. Filoni verse is the only Disney Star Wars, period. Yeah, I think that there might be a divide that happens in the fandom, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal because, like, just give that to people. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're a sequel trilogy, really stout sequel trilogy defender, like, you've got it. Like, you're good. You got the sequel trilogy. You got you. I think maybe it would be okay to have this other big thing that happens, and then for some Star Wars fans to prefer that stuff. I think it's fine. I think it's all good. Yo, Josh, Redline was fire. Good-ass recommendation. I'm glad you liked it, man. It is a real work of art. It is a real work of art. Is Boba a villain or an anti-hero? So, I mean, it depends. In canon, I think he's more of a villain. I think in the EU, he's more of an anti-hero because he helps out in the Vong War and things like that. You know what I mean? I don't think the divide will be as big as it is with the sequels, though. Clone Wars / Rebels is mostly loved, at least I hope. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people will like it. Not all Star Wars fans need to like everything Star Wars. I agree. In fact, I was just talking to a buddy, and my buddy's kid likes Forces of Destiny, or whatever that thing was with the mostly female stuff, whatever that was. And I was like, that's terrific. You know what I mean? That's awesome. And I'm actually like pumped. Like, and if I had a kid, I'd be pumped that like my kid was like resonating with anything Star Wars. You know what I mean? But Forces of Destiny obviously isn't my thing. That's okay. Like, why would I get butthurt about a Star Wars thing that was being made for potentially like Star Wars fans that had different taste than me? That's stupid. You know what I mean? Do we know if Dengar nursed Boba back to health after the Sarlacc? They've been partners. That would be really cool, dude. Oh, man, if we get to see some Dengar. I'm going to be pretty excited. Marcel says, I hope Boba isn't crippled and missing limbs and useless. Bro, there ain't no way they filed that copyright and that they're doing this show if the dude's going to be completely useless. But if he lost a leg or whatever, like, for instance, okay, I'll make a small confession of how nerdy I am. I'll make a small confession. I always do these things. I actually have written Boba Fett fan fiction, okay? And it's online. You can find it if you're really good. But in the Boba Fett fan fiction that I had, Boba was missing a leg, but he had replaced his leg with like an ion cannon. And so he had this, like, it was inspired by the that Grindhouse movie with Robert Rodriguez where the chick has the machine gun leg or whatever. And so my whole thing was like he kind of like had like a peg leg, but his peg leg was actually like an ion cannon that he could heat up and like blast things. You know what I mean? But that was just fan fiction or whatever. So like basically you could do some cool things with it. You know what I mean? Wait, is it on Pornhub? Only one way to find out. Mike says, Josh, if they go with the Vong War, do you think that who do you think would replace the Solo kids after the Jedi? Also, where do we send our pics? You can send the pics via Discord. You can send the pics via social media. You can email us at thedenofnerds@gmail.com. That's where you can send the pics. As far as who's going to replace the Solo kids, I believe it'll be Ezra, maybe a Cal Kestis, maybe a Jason Sendula, and of course Ahsoka will be involved as well. So those will be the Jedi. Those will be the Jedi for the Vong War. What's the Discord? I emailed you guys. Jonathan, it's all good, man. It's all good. There's the Discord. Wait, is that the Discord? Oh, that's the membership link. Okay. Yeah. I love your channel. I recently made this and would love to show. Wait, what? Would love some recognition. Thanks. Bounty Hunters Comics is giving us a lot of Boba. Maybe they'll piece it together before we actually see him on screen. Yo, that would be cool. That'd be real cool. You want pics of our Boba only fan fiction? Yeah. Josh, isn't the speculation that Boba Fett showed up in season 1 the character with the spurs? Well, that was the speculation, Mike, and that was a big thing that people talked about. However, I think now it makes more sense that was Cobb Vanth. I think that was likely Cobb Vanth in Boba's armor during episode 5. Let's see here. Nikki says, I hope they don't overuse Boba. I know I'm in the minority, but I'm kind of tired of Boba, and it hasn't even happened yet. LOL, just have the Mando kill him and be done with it. So, Nikki, I mean, first of all, it's all love. But I feel the exact opposite way. I think Boba should come on, and in the first scene of this new season, he should just, boom, cap Din in the dome piece, and just take over his armor, and then he takes over the child, and literally Din Djarin can just rot. I know, maybe I'm in the minority on that one, but I wouldn't care at all. You know what I mean? Wouldn't care at all. We definitely need a live-action Cal Kestis, Cameron Monaghan. Oh, yeah. That'd be real cool. I think Cobb Vanth is the villain, and Mando fights him and takes Boba's armor back. But Cobb Vanth is not a villain. He is certainly not presented as a villainous or nefarious character. If anything, he's a good guy. Again. Interesting. You know what I mean? I was hoping it was Cad Bane in episode 5. Man, it would be real cool to get some Cad Bane in live action. It'd be real cool. Will Mando give Boba his jetpack? Stuart, interesting question. I don't think so. Maybe Boba will have a jetpack though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Isn't he dead? No. He is not dead. Damn, Josh, brutally finish him. Yeah, be pretty cool. What characters do you want to see in season 2 that aren't rumored? That's a cool question. What characters would I want to see that aren't rumored? I mean, Cad Bane would be one of them. Luke would be one of them. Obi-Wan would be one of them. The Emperor would be one of them. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. Dengar would be real cool. IG-88. The Trandoshan. Why am I blanking on the Trandoshan's name? Bosk. That would be cool. Dylan George with a $5 super chat says, watched an in-depth breakdown of the CT episode 9 script. I prefer it now. Minus the Ray Poe crap, it would have made the sequel trilogy feel a lot better. Yeah. So Dylan, it's interesting you bring that up. I was initially very negative on the Trevorrow script. And as I read more of it, and honestly, it was like that animation that Theory did, man, where he like animated that one scene where I was like, oh man, I really get it. And I tell you, having Luke in that kind of a role would have been so much more satisfying, I think, for all of us than what we got in episode 9. I know a lot of people love it or whatever, but I wasn't that into it. So yeah, I agree. I think that script at the very least had a lot of soul and heart in it. Would have been tough to do without Carrie, of course, but yeah. Hey, Josh, weren't you on Star Wars Theory's live stream? Yeah, I was. What if Bo-Katan is the armorer? No, Jack. No. I mean, that's a cool idea, but we already know who the actress is that did the armorer, and we also know that Katie Sackhoff is just no. That's just wrong. But yeah. Josh, quick summary of how the first episode should go. Well, I'll say this. I did a video yesterday. Doing pretty well. Check it out on the main channel where we did an episode 1 breakdown. And that video goes into what I think will happen. But I think we're getting a lot of Moff Gideon. And I think we'll get an explanation of Moff Gideon's connections to other things in the Star Wars lore. This includes maybe Palpatine, which is a big theory and desire of mine, and also Tar Vizsla, Mandalore, things like that. So that's what I expect, my friend. And, of course, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the love. Obi-Wan as a Force ghost? It is possible. It is possible. It is. Oh, Thrawn, of course. I would love to see Thrawn. Not rumored at all. Not, like, nobody knows. Fucking nobody. Nobody knows that. But I would love it, dude. Thrawn? Whew. Thrawn is a pretty dope character. I'd be pretty excited about it. Yo, as Lavis points out in the chat, and I should, I'm not really good at doing these things. I'm going to try to get better at this because, like, look, we got to eat, we got to make the monies and all that, right? So, if you like the content over here or you like the content that we do on the main channel, the best way to support us, if you want to support us, is to become a member, okay? We don't do a Patreon, YouTube's really unreliable. What we do to get support to be able to do the cool things that we do is we rely on channel memberships, okay? So it's like $4.99 a month, and there's also a $10 tier. You join up, you get all the emojis, you get percentage off of the merch, and we've also got some dope merch coming. That's all I can say. Hey, Brian Bufka, check your email now, motherfucker. But yeah, if you want to support us, consider becoming a member today. It really does help us a lot, and we do streams with you guys on the weekends and whatnot. A lot of cool stuff. Tim says, yo, Sunday's streams was interesting as fuck. The $10 are worth it. Oh, yeah, dude. Sunday streams, if you want to hear me talk about business, that's really my element. When I talk about business and economics and branding and that kind of stuff, I know that stuff. I have just as much of a passion for that stuff as I do for nerdy shit, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, consider checking it out. Josh, I would love to see Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker. Have you seen the image that a fan made? Hey, Cigar Guy, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now. Have I seen the images that are fan made on the internet? Yeah, he looks just like young Mark Hamill. It's uncanny. It's kind of weird, to be honest. But yeah, that would be really cool. That'd be real cool. Ezra and Thrawn come back warning of an invasion from the unknown regions. That's like more or less kind of what I think is going to happen. Yeah. Something like that. Pull up a pic of him. All right. Something like that we can do. Let's see here. Luke Skywalker, Sebastian Stan. Okay, so, and this isn't even the best one, but that's like, I mean, their bone structure just looks so similar, and then if you put the hair on, like it gets like real crazy. Like, let's see here. This is one. There's other ones too. I hate shitty ass websites. Okay, here we go. Shit's cool. I mean, it's pretty. It's like uncanny. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy how similar they look. Uh-oh, a couple new members. Hey, appreciate the new members. Make sure you come by this weekend, noon. Alex, Dadash, you're a Nerdvenger now. Make sure you guys try to come by on Saturday at noon. We do a members-only stream where we go over a lot of cool stuff. Those are the same picture? Yeah. That's what it looks like, right? Josh, right now, Sebastian's mouth is you. I don't know what that means. Oh, from the thing? Yeah, my bad. Hey, you got that red saber, man. That's pretty dope. Dylan says, I can't find how to become a member. Lavis, can you get the link in chat again? There's a button next to the subscribe button, but it doesn't show up all the time. YouTube is this beautiful website that always does everything properly, and everything that they roll out functions optimally right away. So there's, yeah, I was being facetious. They're pretty awful. So there's a lot of whack shit that goes on with it. Like Stormy couldn't get in for a while. It's some bullshit. Anyway, there's the link right there. It doesn't show up on mobile. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to just go 10 more minutes, okay? 10 more minutes and we out of here. And again, so much cool shit happening. Tonight, after dark, Al and Lavish are going to geek out hardcore about Star Wars. We will be doing the watch party 3 a.m. Just hey, if you're going to be one of those crazy people and you're a Nerdvenger member, just pay attention to the community tab tonight. Probably about 2:45 we'll go live. We'll all get ready and then we'll watch it. You know what I mean? 2 more months until that diamond badge. I know, right? It's just gonna be sick. Hey, Sly, what's up, Sly? Just stopping in to say hi. Been a while. Yeah, man, we missed you over here. We hope you're doing well. Check your Twitter. Okay. What about it? Check my Twitter for what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Looks like everything's cool on Twitter. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? What's this guy talking about? What's that guy talking about? Nerdvengers. What about the Justice Nerds? Yeah, we've got some DC stuff figured out, man. We got some DC stuff figured out. The Nerdvengers is not. I mean, yeah, it's like it kind. You know, obviously it's like an Avenger kind of thing or whatever. But we love DC too, so we're gonna be doing some fun stuff with DC as well. Holy shit, Nikki is a Nerdvenger now. Welcome, Nikki. Feel free. Some of the other EPs can give you guys a tour of the tower. The Twitter regarding this live stream? What you talking about, man? What you talking about? Some comments? Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, you think that's Luke's X-Wing? Dude, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't get me all excited like that. Yo, if Luke Skywalker's really in this show, my God. My God. Holy shit. Another member. GZW. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You're a Nerd Venger now. Yo, you guys want to see something kind of cool? Do you guys want to see something kind of cool? Can I share a little? Can I just share some personal stuff with you guys? Some cool stuff. All right, I'll be right back. So, you guys know I love Zen, Buddhism, Eastern philosophy, samurai stuff, that kind of stuff, right? So, I have recently started taking lessons in Japanese, trying to learn Japanese. And also, I have started to train in Kido. Or Aikido. And I want to show you guys my katana. Check this out. It's like really cool, dude. It's like really cool. I don't know if you guys can see it. And so I'll be honest with you, it is an interesting weapon. It is an interesting weapon. Most of the weapons I've trained with, because I have a lot of martial arts experience. Most of the weapons that I train with are not like this. This is a very interesting weapon. The weight is very interesting. The cuts are very interesting. It is a very interesting weapon. And I've had a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun training with it. And there's this thing they call, I think it's sambaku. Sambaku is just like cut training, like where you're just practicing your cuts. And there's something really meditative about it, and just doing it in repetition. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. How the fuck did Arya spar with people who had regular swords? We don't even want to go there. We don't want to go there. You know what I mean? I did welcome Dylan George, I thought, didn't I? Yeah, Dylan, I welcomed you. Dylan, tell Mike Porter that I welcomed you. Otherwise, I'm sorry, because I meant to welcome you. Dylan, you're a Nerd Venger now. Welcome. Oh no, Dylan! I swear I welcomed you. No? Welcome to the Nerd Vengers, Dylan. Welcome. Hey Josh, what's your top 5 things you want to see in season 2? What do I want to see in season 2? I mean Ezra. Ezra, number 1. Boba, probably number 2. Palpatine connections are probably number 3. Ahsoka's probably number 4. And Captain Rex, probably number 5. Josh, can you count in Japanese? Can you count in Japanese? Yet it is fun. So that's like I can't like count for you guys right now. But that is what I'm working on right now. Yes, and I'm gonna start counting while I'm doing my sabaku. But Japanese is a pretty interesting, hard language. But I've taken my first steps into a larger world, that you might say. Let me show you my sword. Me. That better not be a euphemism. Well, yeah, Callum, did you see the thing I did on Instagram when I was teasing my OnlyFans? And I showed everybody my lightsabers? Yo, who were those people keeping Baby Yoda safe in Season 1, Episode 1? I don't know. That's a good question, actually. Pretty soon you'll be watching anime without subtitles. That's the plan. Yeah. Thank you, Freeman. I appreciate that. Oh, jeez. Getting a phone call. How many Nerd Vengers did we get? 5 or 6 or something? Yeah, something like that, man. Welcome to the family, man. Yeah, I think you'll find new members. I think you'll find the streams on Saturdays at noon to be really cool because we really kind of get behind the scenes and talk about stuff. We get feedback from you guys and kind of make seppuku. Yeah, seppuku. But I think it's saboku. I think is what it's called. Ohio. Yeah, Saturdays are great. I watch anime without subtitles. Long live dubs. Yeah. You need way more subs. They're on the way. Yeah, Senpaku. No, Senpaku is the sword suicide. You're right. I got to get back into class. I got to do more lessons. Will you watch episode 1 on a watch party? Yep. We'll be watching it tonight with the Nerd Vengers. Nerd Vengers will be hanging out tonight for that, yeah. I have not watched Hunter x Hunter. Seppuku. What if we have to wait until the last episode to see Boba? I'm okay with that. I don't think that's what's going to happen, though. How did I get into martial arts? My father has like 4 different black belts. He's a lineage holder for an Indonesian art. So I've just grew up with like a dad that was a big time martial artist. You know what I mean? So got lucky or maybe unlucky, depending on how you think of it. All right, guys, we're going to call it there. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see some of you later tonight. Please come back tonight and watch Al and Lavis do After Dark. I believe they will be going at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's still time. Send in pictures of yourself in your Halloween costume for After Dark tonight, or just show up in your Halloween costume tomorrow night at 7 p.m. for our community stream. Pay attention to our social media just so that you're in the loop with everything that's going on. Okay. Thank you guys so much. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.